Hello everyone, this is Matthew from IMU. Welcome to A2 English. Today's lesson is being polite, specifically in professional settings. Imagine you are in an interview when the person interviewing you says something that you don't understand. What should you do in this situation? What's the best way to respond? The best way to respond would be say something like, "I'm sorry, could you say that again?" When we make a request, like asking someone to repeat themselves, we can be polite by using could you say that again? And we can be even more polite by adding I'm sorry. I'm sorry, could you say that again? Using can isn't exactly rude, but it's not very polite or formal, and thus it's not great for a workplace setting. Here are some other polite forms that we can use. Could possibly. Is it all right if? Do you think? Do you mind if? Let's take a look at some examples of those. Could you give me that pen? Could I possibly talk to you tomorrow? Is it all right if he comes by at 5? Do you think they could fix it for noon? Do you mind if I ask you a question? Do you mind is a little bit tricky, and we will talk about that more a little bit later. Now imagine another situation. You are in another job interview when the person interviewing asks you, "Could I email you later?" You reply with, "Yes." Is that a good answer? Why or why not? It isn't a very good answer. When being polite and answering a request, simple yes or no answers can be considered rude, and it is best to give longer answers. You can say things like, "Of course," "Certainly," and "That's fine." You can add yes to all of those. Yes, of course. Yes, certainly. Yes, that's fine. These are all formal and polite answers. Saying something like sure or no problem isn't rude, but it's informal, and thus it's not great for a workplace. Let's take a look at some examples. Could I speak to you? Yes, of course. Is it all right if I call you later? Certainly. Can we talk about this tomorrow? That's fine. When we want to say no, but still want to be polite, it's best to always give an explanation as to why we are saying no. You can say something like, "I'm sorry, but," "unfortunately," or "I'm afraid." Let's take a look at a few examples. Could I call you tomorrow? I'm sorry, but I will be out of the office all day. Could I speak to you? Unfortunately, I am about to go to a meeting and I don't want to be late. Will this be ready for tomorrow? I'm afraid we are very busy and won't get to it by then. Now let's imagine yet another situation. You are at your job and somebody asks you, "Do you mind if I call you?" You reply with, "Yes, I mind." Is this a good answer? Why or why not? It isn't a very good answer. Do you mind is a little bit tricky. When asking a normal question, such as, could I call you later? The positive answer, yes, you can call me later, takes the form of something like, yes, of course. The negative answer, no, you cannot call me later, takes the form of something like, I'm sorry, but... But when we use do you mind, this actually switches. So for example, if I say, do you mind if I call you later? For positive answers, yes, you can call me later, you would answer with, no, I don't mind. With negative answers, no, you cannot call me later, you would still use I'm sorry, but. Saying do you mind if is exactly the same as saying is it a problem if? Let's take a look at some examples. Do you mind if I call you tomorrow? No, not at all. I look forward to your call. I'm sorry, but I am busy all day tomorrow. How about the day after? Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day.